up, everybody? Dr. Giggles in the house. And yes, it's another Wednesday show. But that's just because tomorrow's the 4th of July. And I really think nobody's going to watch. And there's probably not going to be a lot of people watching tonight just because of the fact that people are at parks. People are watching fireworks. People are doing whatever. People got to work. Tomorrow people are working. I'm not working. I'm sure I'll end up working because, you know, I'm on call 24/7, 365. And sometimes 366 if, what do you call it? It's a leap year. Oh, yeah, and I tried this new beer by this, I don't know if anybody's heard of the rapper Tech 9. But when I was at Pintastic, actually, I got a cool story about Pintastic I wanted to share. We were having breakfast at McDonald's. For those that have been to Sturbridge, Mass, in the Sturbridge Host Hotel parking lot basically is McDonald's, Burger King, a liquor store, a CVS, and right around the corner is this like awesome barbecue place that is probably the best barbecue I've ever had in my life. In any case, so we were having breakfast at McDonald's, and Jessica notices, what do you call it? This older lady with a Hatchet Man tattoo, which is the symbol for Insane Clown Posse. So Jessica starts, you know, walks by, talks to her for a few minutes, and we're talking. And her son, years ago, got her into the whole ICP thing, which has to do with this. Because the lady told us about this. I think the barbecue place is called BT's or something like that. So the lady's telling us, and her son just had a heart attack. She was like kind of emotional, and she couldn't remember the guy's name. She's like, I can't remember, Ice something. Da 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 da. He was the Lucas, and then I put 2 and 2 together because of Tech 9 is the only like rapper related to Insane Clown Posse that would have a beer, and I remember the beer coming out. Da 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 da. So I said, oh, Tech 9. She's like, yeah, he was here 2 weeks ago. He was personally at that liquor store in Sturbridge promoting because if you look, you can see that's like what he wears like as a mask. Used to be face paint, but now it's a mask. And so it was cool. The lady told us about it, and she was like, yeah, it's in the store. I'm like, oh, I've been looking for this stuff. So I tried it. Now, if anybody that knows Tech 9, he has a song called Caribou Lou, and it's basically he tells the recipe in the song. It's 151 rum, Malibu, and pineapple juice. So this is like beer, pineapple, and coconut. So, but it's actually pretty good. It's not. I hate beer. I hate alcohol. I want to try it, and it's not bad. It's more fruity than whatever. You can taste the fruity flavors. I guess I'm just a fruity guy. Yeah, I could. ICP there's a lot of people making videos about them, and it's kind of crazy just because of they have the weirdest fandom. If you really want to see something about a culture, and I know it's on YouTube, go watch The Family Underground. Somebody posted it on YouTube. It's a documentary about the gathering of the Juggalos. I'm a fruitcake. If you want to see the craziest event put on by an underground artist, look at that. By the end of it, my mother, she can't stand the music. My mother was watching a documentary with me when I bought the DVD back in the day. And she goes, where is this? I want to go. Jessica's mom wants to go. Jessica wants to go. Jeremy wants to go. I mean, I've been to plenty of them, and they're a lot of fun. But if you want, it's like an hour and a half, hour and 20-minute documentary about the gathering. But if you got an hour and 20 minutes to spare, or however long it is, watch that. You'd be amazed at how the fan base is and all the crazy stuff that, you know, I've talked about on the show, all the crazy stuff that goes on. But anyway, so tonight, it's pre-4th of July, and there's going to be a video coming out around 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, wishing everybody a happy 4th. I would watch it. It's kind of funny. It's less than a minute long. But anyway, so tonight there's quite a bit of Cedar Fair news. There is some Merlin Entertainment news. There is Kennywood news, Walt Disney World news, Six Flags, some Cedar Point, some Six Flags New England stuff, some more Six Flags stuff, some more Six Flags Great America. We'll talk about Pintastic. And we've briefly touched this subject before. Is what would you do to fix Six Flags? I'm going to go a little bit more in depth than we ever have. Just because I want to take notes. And I actually want to send it to the park. I'm just going to send, whenever we talk about the Six Flags New England, and drop that on their lap and say, look. Now, I know some of you people don't know anything about Six Flags New England, and that's fine. But we can take it as a Six Flags as a whole. Because basically, if you need to fix one Six Flags, you need to fix them all. There's no perfect park, period. Not even Disney is perfect. You know, Universal's not perfect. But tonight, I think we should do a Cedar Fair one as well. Another night. And in the next couple weeks, I'm going to release a video on predictions. Like an updated one for Six Flags, one for Cedar Fair. Everybody know I did one like a little earlier in the year, just kind of like at that moment I was like, oh, I want to make a prediction video. And I want to do more in depth. And when I mean more in depth, I'm actually going to show pictures of rides of what I think is going to come for each park. Now, I might say water slide, and if I don't really know what kind of water slide, I might, hey, what's up, Kevin? So we'll see, but that's going to be coming. But besides that, I want to do, after I put the videos out, hey, what's up, Jason Paradise, about the predictions, I want to do a show, like 2 different shows, predicting all the Six Flags with everybody. I want to know what everybody thinks. And the same thing with Cedar Fair. I want to know what everybody thinks that they're getting. So that's going to be like in a couple weeks, we're going to start doing that. And then by the end of the show, we'll be talking about how would you fix Six Flags. That's what we're going to talk about. And for Kevin and Jason that just popped in, because Kevin Duran here, he's the one that gave me the idea. I mean, we've talked about Jason and I and Charles and Lindsay and everybody, we've talked about this before. But I really want to go in depth in a little bit after we get through all the news. And I really, 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 really want to go in depth, and I'm going to take notes, and I'm going to hand this to at least Six Flags New England. Just because once I hand it to them, if they like the ideas, they actually hand it to corporate. So if we come up like legit, I mean, don't say, hey, add an extra trash can. Like, what are the problems? It doesn't matter which park you're close to. It doesn't matter. The ideas work for all because they all need work. So let's put it, and when it comes time, I'll remind everybody, let's put it in a positive light. The best way to fix it, and I would say that there is no such thing as a wrong answer. The wrong answer is not saying something. Because I really want to put together an email and talk to Jen and say, hey, look, here's some ideas. And believe me, we could come up with 100 ideas and maybe 10 of them happen. Maybe 5 of them happen. But if anything more than 0 happens, we did our job. Because what'll happen is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I got connections at 3 Six Flags parks. Great Escape, Great Adventure, and obviously Six Flags New England. I mean, I don't know any of the other communications managers at the other parks. If I had the emails, I would definitely, shoot them an email. Oh, yeah. All right, so let's get through the news, and then I'm gonna bring out the trusty notebook here. We're gonna bring out the trusty empty page. I might need a whole notebook for this by the time we're done, and we'll see what happens. Oh, Jason's always, that's what I love about you guys. I don't know what happened this year, because, like, last year, people would come and nobody would really talk once in a blue moon. And, like, there were people coming in. Everybody's, like, chiming in, and I love it. I love you guys for it. I think it's awesome. I love that, what I would call the camaraderie, the community building up, and everybody's talking. Whether we agree or not agree, I still like it. Because there's times I don't agree with half the stuff people say, and there's stuff that people don't agree with half the stuff I say. Just because that's the way I like it. All right, so let's start with Oh, I know Kevin's ready to rock and roll on this. I know he is. I know Marcus is, and everybody's ready to rock on this. Ah, crap. What the hell's her name? I want to say like Krista something. I know she is a admin on the Great Adventure Connoisseur page or something like that. But usually when I talk to people at the park, I talk to the park president because he used to be the president of New England. Kyle Kroger are the main two that I talk to more frequent than the other ones. Just because they've come from here, so I know them, so I talk to them. So, yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, like, add to the list of parks with community, you know what I mean? Like, I deal with others, and matter of fact, Friday, I'm going to Quasi. Like, Devin's in a funk right now, and Devin wants nothing to do with parks. He's like, I don't want to go anywhere this weekend. I'm staying home. Well, actually, he's staying at his mother's house. He's like, I ain't... You know, and Jessica's like, I don't want to deal with crowds. You know, I mean, there's a lot of, like, personal stuff that some of you guys know about, some of you guys don't know about. And I'm going to talk a little bit about something that I never really addressed on this show, and I'm going to talk about that after the news. There's something you guys need to know. And just because there's a little bit of drama, nothing that's going to tank us and nothing that's going to get us arrested or anything. But a couple of you know what I'm talking about, and I made a post about it. And I have to walk a certain line with this because I can't use a name, because if I do that, that's like doxing, and if I use a name, I could potentially get kicked out of Ace. So I'm not going to use a name or pictures or anything like that, because but there is something that people need to know about, and I will. So, and some people have been asking a question, and I think instead of hiding behind it and trying to ignore everybody, I'm just going to address it, and I'm only going to address it one time, and that'll be it. But anyway, so let's get to the news, and then we'll get to the crap. This is gonna be a really extensive show. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but there's gonna be a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's get Cedar Fair out of the way. So, for those that love California Great America, I've never been, not yet. They have completed the purchase of the land for $150 million. So now they own the land, and I can't wait to see what happens. And Charles, yes, what you just mentioned, we are going to address, because there's some crazy stuff going on that needs to be addressed. So they've taken care of that. They now have shored up everything, and it's going to be great. Cedar Fair also purchased the Sawmill Creek Resort that's near Cedar Point, and over the next 2 seasons, they're going to be renovating the resort and getting that ready. And they've also completed the purchase for the 2 Schlitterbahn parks for $261 million. That has been complete as well. So Cedar Fair is like just rocking and rolling with stuff. This is kind of odd for me to see and talk about, because usually Cedar Fair is not been really known to be kind of taking steps like this. I mean, you got to evolve. You can't just be what you are, and you have to bring different various forms of entertainment. We know that. You know, Six Flags is going to start throwing their hat in the ring for hotels based what we talked about last week. So I think it's great to see that they're moving not just with rides, but trying to make... What they're going to do is they're going to go from being a theme park to like a resort. Is basically, you know, I think that's what they're trying to become. Instead of just being Six Flags or Cedar Fair, I think that they want to, you know, we are a regional theme park. No, you're a regional park with cardboard cutouts and some furry characters. That's what you are. I'm not hating. I'm just saying you're not a theme park. A theme park is like SeaWorld, Disney, and Universal. That's what they do. Now, when it comes to Dorney, Valley Fair, and Michigan's Adventure, it seems like they don't care. But I heard on Michigan Adventure's side of things, that park is so far out away from nothing that they don't really invest much. They know their demographic. Basically, you can compare Michigan's Adventure somewhat to, oddly, Great Escape. Family-orientated, family park. They're not going crazy with it. I don't know too much about Valley Fair. Never been. It's on the bucket list to go because, of course, I want to go. I want to try a new park. Dorney Park, I have this weird, love for this park. It gets crapped on, but it's got, it's got a few good coasters. It's got a couple good coasters. It's got some great flat rides. It's got a neat water park. But it doesn't get love. Basically, you could compare Dorney to Six Flags Lerone. Both of these parks are becoming dumping grounds for hand-me-down, ride rotation program, whatever. So when you want to compare like that, I don't know much about Valley Fair. I just know that those three parks get the crap end of the stick. Just like with Six Flags, it seems to be Six Flags St. Louis, Six Flags Great Escape, and Lerone seem to really get the crap end of the stick. That's just that's how I view it, in my opinion. I just feel those three Six Flags parks, and then obviously we know those three Cedar Fair parks get the crap end of the stick. Allentown is on hard times, so Cedar Fair doesn't want to risk anything. While somebody could be on hard times, I still believe you need to invest. Here's a prime example of investing something into a park and it creating such a season pass sale craziness. What was it? A couple of years ago when Six Flags America added their Sky Screamer. Yeah, America's another one that gets crapped on. Their season pass sales jumped. I forgot how many crazy percent. From the announcement until not even a month, it was, I don't know, quadrupled the amount of season passes in a month than they usually get all year just by putting in the Sky Screamer. That was one of those things. If you put something in, people, you got to give something. It doesn't really matter how big, how small. You just have to put something in. You got to look. Obviously, they're looking at their demographic. They're looking at who goes to their park. What do they think is going to work there? What's going to give them the, return on investment, bang for their buck. Dorney's been getting crap. All Dorney's been getting is hand-me-downs. So we know that's not really helping them too much. Yeah, Dorney Park is a great park. I know it gets crapped on. People are like, well, Hydra, it's just got that JoJo roll. So after that, it's a crappy B&M. I like it. Sorry. I enjoy Steel Force. What's the Talon? I love Talon. I love the free fall ride there. I mean, the mouse can go eat crap. Yeah, the Sky Screamer. Think about it, though, Charles, for the Sky Screamer. At that point, America wasn't really getting anything. And they dropped in a brand new ride. You know what I'm saying? Injecting some type of new ride into somewhere that doesn't really get anything, it goes a long way. You could get some bang for your buck. So that's why we give Great Escape a lot of crap, right? We all do. Self-included. Great Escape is one of those parks. It's a tourist town. From Memorial Day to Labor Day, that's when the people are all in there. They get people in the winter, but that Six Flags doesn't matter then. So you have to attract that. Who is going to Lake George? Families. It's not, for the most part, it's not enthusiasts. It's not thrill junkies. It's families. They're looking for something to do for the day. You know what I'm saying? So with Great Escape, they know what they're adding in. I've talked to the man, you know, someone from Six Flags New England is now working, you know, in the office area. What do you call it? Jen Mance is now working at Great Escape. She moved back home. That's where she's from. That's where she started her theme park career. And she moved back there with her and her husband, and they moved back there. Now, with that being said, you're going to see them get water park rides and family rides. You're not going to get big, bad, whatever. Unless it's going to be, you know, if they're going to get something kind of cool, it'd be like them taking Gotham City Gauntlet and then shipping it over. That's basically, that's their big, bad ride. That's what they're going to get. Yeah, GCI Woody would be good at Dorney Park. Dorney, I love Dorney, and I don't understand why. Well, I can for, you know, I can understand in a sense, you know, why it gets crapped on. But, yeah, Dorney doesn't deserve the crap it gets. Dorney has some really good rides. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get, like, I really want to go to Dorney this year, and just go. I haven't been there in a few years. I need to get back. You know, it's been 4 or 5 years since I've been there. I really like it. So, all right, Merlin Entertainment. That was the big news over the weekend, or last week over the weekend. While I was at Pintastic, I saw this. And then I was with, for those that know, that once in a while when we did the Skype thing, you know, in on this, and I'm gonna try something out, and I'm gonna need someone to help me test over the next few days with Skype to, so if I can get it to work, then I can start bringing in people onto the show. But anyway, this is drop. But Dave's been on the show quite a few times. But anyway, so Merlin Entertainment agreed to a $6 billion buyout in the euro or whatever, the pound, whatever, which is the equivalency of $7.6 billion in American money from Berkeley Bidco Limited in its partnership with Lego Kirk Christensen family, known as Kirby, along with Blackstone Group. Kirby will own 50% of Merlin, while the remaining 50% will be owned by a partnership between Blackstone private equity firm and CPPIB, who is a Canadian pension fund. Kirby is an investment vehicle by Lego's founding family and puts control back in the hands of who helped create and build the Lego brand in the first place, and the deal is expected to be finalized in Q4 of 2019. And I got this off of Screamscape. So, Lego is going to own Lego. Well, the parks. I mean, they own, what is it, Orlando Icon, Madame Tussauds, what are those, the aquariums there inside where the Orlando Icon is, you like Florida people like Jason there. I forgot what the hell, Sea Life Aquarium, and they own some other parks and stuff around the world. So I don't know what's gonna happen to it. I don't know if it makes it good, makes it bad. I have no idea. Well, I guess it's one of those we'll wait and see if it makes any sense or whatever. Imagine Six Flags buying SeaWorld. I don't know if I'd want that, man. I don't know if I would like that. I think Six Flags should stay away from SeaWorld and Busch Gardens, to be honest. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? I mean, let's be honest here for a minute. I mean, I know SeaWorld, you know, went into a hunk of crap because of Blackfish, the one-sided documentary by Peter. But, what do you call it? They caught a lot of crap from it. I get it. And now they're like, you know, they're on their come up doing some great thing. You know what I'm saying? They're on the come up, and they do fine the way they are. I mean, they're not always putting in crazy thrill machines, but I mean, look at Orlando. They put in Sesame Street. Yes, I'm like a 5-year-old, even though I'm 41. I'm like a 5-year-old, and I love Sesame Street, and I mean, I grew up with that. So that gets me excited to see because I love the characters. I still love the movies. I still love the stories. I mean, I don't watch the show anymore, but you get what I'm saying. And the stuff that Busch Gardens does between Tampa and Williamsburg, they do a great job. They don't need Six Flags interfering at all. Six Flags needs to stay the hell away from those two parks. Because I think if Six Flags got a hold of SeaWorld, you'd see most of the animals go bye-bye. They would just become Six Flags Orlando. It could be good, but at the same time, it's not going to be good. If Six Flags wanted to have a park in Orlando, let them build one from scratch or stay away from SeaWorld and because they would get rid of the SeaWorld name. They would just become Six Flags Sea Life or Six Flags SeaWorld. Then you got a problem with SeaWorld in San Antonio because there's already a Six Flags around there. I did not see Spider-Man Far From Home. I want to see it too, but I haven't seen it. That movie, Spider-Man looks good. I mean, who doesn't like Spider-Man? SeaWorld San Antonio is building what looks like a similar layout to Invader at Busch Gardens, which that's not bad. I mean, it's not a crazy coaster, but it's fun. Invader at Busch Gardens, I've ridden that multiple times, and I highly enjoyed it. I did. All right, so next on the list, Kennywood. Steel Curtain will officially open on July 13th. After this show, I'm going to sign up, and I'm going to KennyCon, which is July 20th. And I'm also going to make a stop the day before at Knoebels. So this is my first return to Knoebels since, 16, 17? I forgot. Wait. 2017 is when it was the last time that I went to Knoebels. So we're going to Knoebels, and then we're going to. Excuse me, why is that always like yawning and stuff? I don't know what's wrong with me. So yeah, we're gonna go to Knoebels. We're gonna go do Kennywood and then drive home. So that's coming up in a couple weeks. I need it. I'm really like in this funk, because if you notice, I haven't been really going to any parks really, because of this whole house thing. Going to look at houses. We put an offer in. They counter offered. They accepted the counter offer, but my house hasn't sold yet. So someone needs to buy my house. In any case, so there's that. Then, trying to get the house ready, making sure the upkeep on it, making sure that. So I haven't really gone. So I went to Pintastic last weekend. That was kind of like my fun thing. And then I'm going to Quasi on Friday. So that'll be okay. Was it Lego sold the parks because of money problems? Look at where Lego was in 2005. IP characters used flesh tones for the first time that year. Well, that's cool that they did that, but hopefully they don't mess up Lego, because that'll suck. All right, so Walt Disney World, the parks blog, which usually doesn't address rumors and stuff, they finally did. They addressed there was the rumor going around with the Tiki Room. I had just heard about it I didn't hear about it until they talked about the rumors. And I guess the rumor going around was that the Tiki Room was going to close and it was going to turn into a Mohana, whatever, themed show. And we talked about last week, Country Bears was going to get turned into Toy Story with the Woody marionette puppet show. And they said, nope. They're looking forward to them. They're not closing down any soon. They're going to be celebrating them for the 50th anniversary. So they just kind of get rid of that. He'll save that for later. Jason says, the name not the problem. It's the hot and quality of the parks. I know that would suffer because Six Flags if they were to get their hands on Busch or SeaWorld, but I'll save that for later. Okay. Well then. Well, isn't that Interesting. See flags, yep, but I don't think they'll ever do that. All right, so the Six Flags news, and the funny thing is, I had this all typed up, and I actually remembered my notes this time. And then Lindsay tweeted to me about this right here. We all know about Dubai Six Flags getting canceled. Well, because of the first right of refusal in the contract, the company DXB Entertainment has paid over $7 million to Six Flags, and it's due to the first right of refusal clause in the contract. So they get some money, which is nice. They'll probably use that money to pay down some debt or buy back some shares or something. They would. I mean, the right thing to do to start paying down the debt, but they're not going to do that. They're going to keep accruing debt, and then they're going to buy back all the shares to just create crazy debt. Cedar Point. Now we're going to get into the weird stuff here. Like I said in the title, ride accidents. So last week there was 2 weird ride accidents. So Cedar Point, Valraven. I guess from what I've heard was the magnetic brake let go and it rolled it into the drive ties to move it, and it bumped. What do you call it? It bumped into the other train. It wasn't like total devastation, but I saw pictures over the weekend about, they're doing work on something. I don't know exactly. I haven't looked at an update on what's going on with Valraven. It could be open right now for all I know. I didn't know, but I just know that the Valraven was all messed up, and yeah, that sucks, I guess, for them. Then the second one actually resulted in a death, and I'm sure everybody has seen the video. It's from Jizaka, Uzbekistan, whatever that is. Pendulum ride broke apart mid-ride, killing 1. The ride was installed in March. Nothing else has been mentioned so far about the accident, but it was caught on video. We've all seen the video about that crazy pendulum ride. It just, the top breaks off, well, the bottom breaks off, and then the rest of it breaks off, falls down on its side, kills a girl, and that's all I've heard about it, and that's crazy. I mean, everybody's been reporting it, and it kind of, when I'm watching it, it looks fake. Just the way it fell apart, it looks fake. I don't know. It's crazy. It just done. See you later. I'm like, whoa. It was crazy. That was horrible. I mean, I'm not really trying to be funny, but it sounds funny the way I'm saying it. But it looked fake. So, Six Flags built the coaster for Dubai and still has the track. Do you see them using the track to build a ride? If the track has been made, that's if the track has actually been manufactured. If the track has been manufactured, then yeah, they're gonna put that at some park. I don't know who's gonna get it. It depends which ride it is. Because I think they had an RMC, and I think they had almost like an El Toro clone, I think, going in over there. So it depends which one was built. And you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I guess that all just depends on which coaster it was. And then depending upon which coaster it was, which park can fit it. Or they might just scrap. If they haven't manufactured the track, then they may just scrap it or change it and manufacture the changes. And then there's 2 more bits of news here. Six Flags Great America, they had their media day for... you're going to go see Spider-Man Far From Home on Wednesday. I'm hoping to see Spider-Man soon. I don't know when, but I'm hoping soon. Just because I like the Marvel movie. I'll watch almost any movie. I'll be honest. I think most of the rides will go to Bollywood Studios. Hope 1 or 2 go to Legoland or USA. If I'm wrong, sorry, but the international... Well, yeah, no, that's very true, and I forgot about that. Yeah, those rides belong to whoever bought them. Whatever company bought them. Dubai and China or wherever all these Six Flags parks are going, those are what they call franchise. Even though they're designing the stuff, you know what I'm saying? They're designing the rides, they're doing whatever and helping design the parks, but Six Flags does not get... I forgot about that. They're probably going to go to other parks if they own any. But anyway, so Six Flags Great America had their media day yesterday for Max Force. Overall, everybody seems to enjoy it, but the major complaint is that it's too short. Based off of, I mean, I watched a bunch of video yesterday. Based off of what I saw, it looks cool, and I agree, it's just too short. But, you know what? I'll ride it when I get there. You know, to ride it, and I'll base the opinion off it. What I like to say about this, no matter what, a coaster is better than no coaster. Yeah, Wallaby Holland used to be a Six Flags park back in the day. Max Force, I can see SNS Air Launch Coaster making a big... It's probably going to. And I wouldn't be surprised if New England gets an SNS that gets a carbon copy of that. Just because Six Flags New England doesn't really have a lot of room. We got to remove stuff to get stuff. I mean, I'm sure they got like a little bit of land here and there. You know, so I could see that. I could see like them taking out Flashback and Goliath and slapping Max Force in that spot. I really could. Or I could see them totally like taking down all of Crack Axle Canyon in the back with Houdini and Tomahawk and Rodeo and putting it back there. You know, so we'll see. But I really think that you got a couple spots to put something like that. You do. Yeah, they're complaining about having a coaster. They're going, oh, it's too short. It's too short. And I really gotta sit down and make that video that I keep talking about how all these idiots are complaining about. All I want is a coaster. All I want is, enthusiasts can't make up their mind what they want. The problem is, and probably you guys will agree with me on this, maybe you won't. You don't need a coaster every year. And 2, enthusiasts are way too entitled. You know what I'm saying? Oh, excuse me. A lot of you people should be ashamed of yourselves. I'm not saying you guys, because I haven't seen any of you go, oh, I need a coaster right now. I want this big bad roller coaster, and it needs to come right now. And then, you know, there, you know, what is too short? What is too short? I think Nicholas is talking about the one in New England, because I know him and his parents. We've hung out. They've been. Nicholas, he's a kid. He's like, I think he's like Jeremy's age. Nicholas, how old are you? 13, 14, 12? I don't know I forgot how old he's been at my house for Christmas parties and stuff like that. So, you know, I've ridden Superman with him. So, I'm probably going to assume New England Superman, I think. But Nicholas can verify. You're exactly right, Kevin. Everyone wants every coaster built like steel, vengeance. So everybody wants some big bad monstrosity at every park, and it's not going to happen because then all the parks go broke. I mean, if you want that big bad roller coaster, you will not get anything for like 5 or 6 years. If you're willing to give up rides for 5 or 6 years and guaranteed a big coaster, then go for that. If not, shut your pie hole because it ain't happening. You know what I mean? The companies don't have this crazy money to spend on every park like that every year. So people just need to stop. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled to their wish lists, but it's getting ridiculous. It's getting annoying as hell. It really is. I don't know. I don't even know why it bothers me. Because it's, you know, I don't know. I don't know why it bothers me, and it shouldn't, but it does. All right, so the last tidbit of news kind of update thing, there's two, really. It's got to do with Six Flags New England. If you're going there on Friday, there's a member event. So it says, we're celebrating all things red, white, and you during Coca-Cola July 4th Fest, which started today. Receives Flash Pass priority when participating in the early ride times from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Cool off and enjoy ice cream during the ice cream social in the Picnic Grove, and get a chance to meet your favorite superheroes at a superhero meet and greet from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Also, don't forget to stay late for our spectacular fireworks show. Members will have exclusive access to the Picnic Grove for a premium firework viewing experience, limited availability. Other unique viewing areas include Cracksackle Canyon and DC Steps and Ramp. Plus, members will earn double points. Members must pick up wristbands at Main Street Gazebo. Simply show your valid Gold Plus, Platinum, Diamond, and Diamond Elite membership card to attend the event. So if you go on Friday, you can go to the event. Now, for those that are going, and I know each Six Flags park around everybody has their own 4th of July, July 4th Fest going on. So depending upon, all right, this doesn't really, oh, okay. So Wednesday, that was today. So tomorrow, if you're going tomorrow from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m., you will get ERT on Teacups, The Riddler, Gotham City Crime Wave, Batman the Dark Knight, The Joker, Harley Quinn, Spinsanity, and Fireball. If you go on Friday, you will get Wicked Cyclone, Flashback, Thunderbolt, Scream, Superman, Gotham City Gauntlet, Escape from Arkham Asylum, Catwoman Whip, and Cyborg Hyperdrive. If you go on Saturday, you will get Wicked Cyclone, Flashback, Pandemonium, Gotham City Crime Wave, Batman the Dark Knight, The Joker, Harley Quinn, Spinsanity, and Cyborg Hyperdrive. That's your exclusive ride time. They got nightly fireworks that kick off at 9:30 p.m. They have a Coca-Cola Cool Zone. So just chill out in a Coca-Cola Cool Zone and enjoy a break from the summer heat while you cool down between thrills. Join us for the jam-packed schedule of ice-cold events as we celebrate Coca-Cola July 4th Fest. So there you go. I did my duty. I did it good. People keep saying Over Texas might get a new coaster. It's a little ridiculous. People have been dissing Steel Vengeance. Why have people been dissing Steel Vengeance? At Fiesta, oh, that's what you're getting for ERT. Oh, I was like, you're getting Batman, Scream, Superwoman, and Wonder Woman, Scream, and Poltergeist. All right, well, that's cool. So that's enough of news. I'm briefly going to talk about Pintastic, and then we're going to get into the main topic. We're talking about, like, the 12th round knockout of the show. And then after that, I'm going to take like a 10, 20-minute break, get me a snacky snack for my fat ass, and then we're going to do Planet Coaster, what do you call it? Stream. Sound good? Sound good. So, Pintastic, for those that have no clue, I like Cyborg Hyperdrive. It's not the craziest ride in the world, but it's a short ride cycle. I think it's fun. It has a few intense moments. If you want, Nicholas, if you look on this YouTube page, you will find the Cyborg on-ride video that I did during Media Day. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I mean, don't expect the crazy thrill ride. It's not. But there are intense moments, and it's great. Yeah, see, people are complaining about Kings Islands. I've heard that. We've talked about that, and it's stupid. Be thankful you're getting a Giga. Not every coaster, I'm tired of clones. I don't know about anybody else. I'm tired of the carbon copy. Like, come up with a new, a new design, a new layout. Have some fun, man. Don't be so entitled. Be like, oh, I'm getting a coaster. Cool. Thank you, such and such park. I appreciate getting a coaster instead of a lemonade stand, even though I like lemonade stands. But still, look, people think like I'm, on the tip of like Six Flags because I have a fan site, SFNEOnline. And they think because like I talk to management and I'm on their, their jock, whatever you want to call it. And it's not that. I love parks. It doesn't matter if it's, even though it's SFNEOnline, I cover more than SFNEOnline. When you look at videos on the site, there's stuff from everywhere. Knoebels and everywhere. Great Adventure, Quasi, Lake Compounds. Hell, I went to a kid park on Father's Day, Edaville, and I had the best time of my life. I say this all the time. I can take any park and make it a blast. It doesn't matter where it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can take, it could be the most hated park. Well, actually, no. Let me take that back because that one in Jersey there, Clemson Park, that park sucks. That ride there, Hellcat, that thing needs to be burned down. But besides that, I can still have fun there, even though, like, that coaster sucks. But the point being is, I could take any time I'm having and make a great time, and that's what you need to do. Whether you get a Giga, whether you get a kiddie coaster, whether you get a picture of a coaster hanging on a wall for 10 years from now, be thankful you get something. It's kind of like when you look at like the kids that are less fortunate and never been to a park and they wish they could. I really wish that this, I was thinking of an idea, and I don't know how hard it's going to be to pull this off, but I would love to, as I keep building this channel up, try to help like disabled and less fortunate kids that can't go have a fun day at the park. That that can, like, I'm trying to figure that out in my head how to do that and try to get, like I'm trying to work on something like that, like a feel good thing to actually give back to fans that can, you know what I'm saying? But it's a work in progress. I'm trying to work that out. Yeah, I mean, people in this world, how do I put that? People in this world, it's like anything with like social media. And I'm not talking about the park people. I'm talking about like all these famous YouTubers. What do they call them? Influencers or whatever the hell they are. You see these people that they're doing their thing, and people have these like grand ideas. Well, it's mushing everybody's brain. So when they say, well, you can get this car, or you can get this house, or you can have millions of dollars. Well, people are doing the same thing with roller coasters now. Oh, well, Canada's Wonderland got Leviathan, and Carowinds got Fury, and now we're not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't understand. I would love to get into. I mean, if I make the video and I kind of go in hard on about it, and if it gets shared enough, and I'd love to see the conversations that happen, because I would really, really love to know why people feel the need that they need these rides like at every park. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. I don't think I'll ever get it. It's crazy. Just go to a park, have fun. Who gives a crap? All right, so if your park don't have this such and such a ride, go to the park that has that ride. What's so hard about that? Get in your car, get in an airplane, take a train. Trains, planes, and automobiles. Exactly, Kevin. Kevin says, I can have fun at any theme parks if I'm with my friends and family in any park, no matter the... I have fun... what was it called? Enchanted Forest or whatever that was up in Lake George. It's closed or whatever. They got bought, they sold, and they're gonna make something else. That is all kiddie rides, kiddie coaster. It was kind of creepy with all the weird statues and stuff. But I had the time of my life. At that time, I was with people that I like, and then I'm not friends with any of those people anymore. But that's okay. Hey, what's up, Eli? I'm having a fun, awesome, and wonderful evening. I hope you are as well. All right, so on to Pintastic, because I want to get into the goody, how can we fix Six Flags thing. Oh, Jeremy sent me a picture. What is it? What did Jeremy send me a picture of? What did he do? Oh, he's having a fire at his mom's house. All right, so let's get back to where I was. So Pintastic, we've released a couple videos. We did showing off some pinball and some stuff, and then I did a review about it. Pintastic is Pintastic New England. It's in Sturbridge, Mass. Held at the Sturbridge Hotel, except next year it's moving to Boxborough with a B at the Regency Hotel. And they've outgrown the Sturbridge Hotel. They need to be bigger. There was crazy machines. There was 3 new machines that I played that I wanted. Yeah, people are not patient. So there was the Willy Wonka machine. There was an Oktoberfest machine. And then I finally got to play the Alice Cooper. I think that they're probably going to be making s'mores, because they always do when they make a fire over there. I got to play the Alice Cooper Nightmare Castle. If you watch the videos, you can see video of these. Somebody did bring a Roller Coaster Tycoon pinball machine, and on top they had a Connects roller coaster, but it was tied into the game, onto one of the game switches to power it. So when it got into some mode, it would go up the lift hill, and then when you got jackpots, it would move it around, and it would go, and it had a loop and all that other stuff. I didn't get to see it happen. Every time I walk by it, hey, see you later, Nicholas. Have a great day. Hopefully you and your family have a great 4th of July. And it was the craziest thing. I didn't get to see the roller coaster move because everybody that was playing sucked. And I didn't want to wait to play it because I hate that game. I had one. And it even has American Coaster Enthusiast logo on it. Really small on the back glass. For those that didn't know that. I think it was Dave Lipnicki I was talking to about that. He was telling me the whole deal about that with American Coaster Enthusiast and the Roller Coaster Tycoon pinball machine, which is cool. But I bring up Oktoberfest because Oktoberfest themed after the German event, the what goes on. One on the bumpers on the playfield has bumper cars. There's a ramp that you have to do a bunch of stuff to unlock, but it's a roller coaster. They have a mode for the Music Express. They have a mode for the Rota. They also, if you like to drink beer, or drinking period, soda, water, whatever, on the right-hand side, there's 2 buttons for the flippers. So you can hold a drink and play with the 2 flippers, or the 2 buttons. I was wondering why there was another button. I didn't know what it did. Now I know what it does. I didn't get to watch that happen. They gave me a ticket. I think I still have the ticket. They were giving away free beer at the pinball show, and you could play the game with the beer. So you could try out and I totally forgot. I did get to meet the Wonka kids. Let me see if, I'm sure you guys have seen it and you're probably sick of seeing it, but I'm going to bring it up one last time, and then you guys never have to look at it again. I promise. Where is it? I was just pumped about it. For those that love the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Oh, hang on, let me put change the audio here. All right, so you can see me, and next to me is Alyssa, and behind Alyssa is Jeremy, and then behind the lady is Jessica, and then Devin. So you're looking at 3 other adults. So these are 3 of the kids from the original Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder. So the guy in the blue shirt, that was your original Charlie Bucket. Yeah, she's not as tall as Devin. Devin's almost 6 feet tall. The guy behind me, you can see his head with his hand on his chin. That was the cowboy kid, Mike TV. And the lady right there, that is the Veruca Salt, the snotty, bratty, I want it now kid. So that's what they look like now. We could hear them playing the pinball machine that you're looking at right there. You can't really see, but by the Charlie Bucket's elbow, there's a giant gobstopper that spins. and it's pretty cool. It was cool to meet him. I got a poster, and it's signed by the three of them, the owner of the company, Jersey Jack, and the two designers, John Usey and what the hell's the other guy's name? He designed like Adam's Family Pinball and a whole bunch of like big time. I forgot his name. That doesn't matter at this point. But it was cool to meet him. You know, it's just like a nostalgia thing, and I loved it, and I thought it was awesome. So there was that. So for those that pinball, everybody knows I have pinball machines. I got 10 of them down here, and I'm hoping to sell 3 more. So that way, when I move, I don't have to move all 10. And then when I move, after I move, then I'll buy more. Because I want to get Oktoberfest. I have on order the Alice Cooper. It's just waiting to come out of the factory. They build. It takes them 18 months to build 500 pinball machines from this one company. If it was Stern or something, it would be a lot quicker. Like a month, maybe 2. I would get it. But I haven't gotten a call from my machine for the shipping information, so there is that. All right, so there was a lot of cool things to see, a lot of cool things to do. If you want to know more about it, see more about it, there's videos that are on this channel. You can see all the different pinball machines. It changes every year. Whatever's the new and hot thing out. You know, I didn't play it, but they had the Beatles, the new Beatles from last year. They had Attack from Mars, Monster Bash, the new Black Knight. They had Dialed In. They had them all. The only thing that people have been asking, and I think I may be one of the only few in New England that have it, is the Rob Zombie pinball machine. Nobody's ever brought one to Pintastic. I don't think anybody around here has one. No, I haven't sold them yet. I'm working out some deals with a couple people. You know, there's people kicking the tires. Because I'm going to sell Ghostbusters, Star Wars, and Dialed In. That's enough to buy DVC. That's enough to do that. That will put the cash down, and I'll owe nothing. Well, except for like the monthly fee or something, the annual fee or something. That's all I'll have to pay instead of the fee of the DVC thing. Can you imagine that? 3 pinball machines will pay for a DVC, which is crazy. Crazy. All right, so let me get my pen out. It's going to be fun time right now. Especially for Jason, Kevin, and everybody else. This is the time where your opinion matters. Imagine that, somewhere where your opinion actually matters. There's my pen. Well, I try to make everybody's opinion and voice be heard at every single show that we do. So this is another opportunity that we can try to get this information in the correct hands and try to make a difference and try to make some changes at Six Flags. While I can never guarantee it, but sometimes some good things happen. So, I'm going to just call it how to, like I said, to fix Six Flags. So, let me move some stuff so I get some room. I got cameras and batteries and... You know what? Maybe I should do this. I could be a cool dude. I could be cool, man. Cool. I can feel like I'm Tom Cruise in Top Gun. I could do that. I just need to move some stuff. I got too much stuff. Too much stuff. Too much stuff. I gotta clean this joint. All right. So we got that. We got that. Move phone out of the way. Well, it's not that. Now, Kevin, let's just make this. Let's make this known. It's not that we're bashing our home parks. I like I always say, if you want to see change made, you got to do it in a positive light. Even though it's a negative topic, but you want to do it in a positive way that it gives constructive criticism, positive feedback on a negative topic. Because if we come out swinging and be like, oh, yo, bitch, yo, this park sucks, da 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 da, they're just going to shut the door and hang up the phone on you. No, Tom Cruise is what, 50s? I'm not as old as Tom Cruise. I mean, maybe I wish I was Tom Cruise. Well, his money anyway. I would like his money. But I don't know. So, the question is, and remember, we're trying to actually get something actually done. We're trying to make progress. We're trying to get anything, even if it's one thing out of a list of 1,000. We did our job. But if we can see, here's the problem. And I don't understand this. And maybe there's just too many jerks out there that are not doing it right. You know what I'm saying? You got to come correct when you're talking to the parks. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is for anybody that's going to go talk to a park manager or a communications manager or a marketing man, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's just too many people that just, you walk up to them, you never met them. Oh, by the way, your park sucks. You need to fix this. That's not how you do it. One, don't come right at them with that. You got to build up the relationship. I've done that. It took me a few years, you know, and I have like real moments, like conversations that got nothing to do with parks with people because they built the trust. They've opened up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Jen McGrath is a communication manager at Six Flags New England. She's always telling people that, around me, like, we love Josh. He always gives us constructive criticism, whether it's positive or negative, but we love it because I'm just so honest. I tell it how it is, and I tell you how to fix it. So, hey, Tony, what's up, man? Yeah, I've heard that Marcus, he lives down in close to the Fiesta, so he was saying something about there's a rumor going around about Oba Texas might get a coaster. All right, so, and I had to add autism to SFNE. All right, so let me ask you guys, stop rambling off. What are your problems with your parks that you go to? Is it food? Marcus had said and you know what? Back in the day, even in the early 2000s, security actually used to enforce all the rules. Maybe even up to about before 2010. They actually used to enforce. I mean, I used to watch. I know, like in the Superman line, they used to have like one of those lifeguard chairs, like dead smack in the middle, and they always had security sitting in there watching for stuff. There was barely any line jumping. Like, that stuff was, like, put on hold. So, have security enforce rules. Hey, I'm a smoker, and I say smoking, line cutting, etc. Great Adventure has no shows. Yeah, the only time they have shows is holidays, like Fright Fest, Christmas. Well, it's all fine and dandy. You need something. There are people that don't go and ride anything. It could be like a grandma, grandpa. It could be somebody who's in a wheelchair, like maybe they broke their leg and they can't ride anything and they want something to do. They paid to get in, or they're using their pass and they want to chill. But you could go on the safari, but that only goes so far. Parks always need shows. Number one. Sometimes major rides, though, closing during the season. Can't be helped, though. That's a maintenance issue. We could put better maintenance. Here's the problem. I can remember Tomahawk one year was closed most of the season. Tomahawk's the who's spinning pendulum ride there. It would blow one of the motors, so they have to get it in from Germany. They put the new motor in, they blow another motor. Like, they literally blew another motor like a couple days later. Okay, ride's down. get another motor in. They get it in. Like a week later, the third motor dies. And they finally replace all the motors. And those motors on those Hoos rides cost $150,000 and change per motor. Yep, Josh Rios. Yep, SFNE had the Batman stunt show. That was where Gotham City Gauntlet Escape from Arkham Asylum is. What a name. So, better maintenance. Great Adventure needs shows, but need shows at all parks. I mean, Six Flags New England has like that one show in the theater, and I haven't watched it yet. I'm tired of them shows, man. They put me to sleep. Single rider lines. I mean, these are all reasonable requests. How about better food quality? How about better food prep? And what I mean by better food prep, they take forever to make food. Like, you go, like, for those that don't know, right when you walk down the main street there, and you're right to the left of the gazebo is the Riverboat Cafe. So one side of it you can get burgers, pizza, chicken fingers. The other side you can get wraps and salads and whatever else. But on the wraps and salads, they got one person making wraps. Like, they should at least institute the Subway kind of like Subway. You put all your whatever for meats or whatever, pass it off to the next person. Do your veggies, wrap that bad boy up. You know what I'm saying? That they should be having at least 2 to 3 people there. You know what I'm saying? They should at least have 2 to 3 people at them wrap stands. It's ridiculous. Fiesta, Texas is a show park. Lots of shows, laser shows, fireworks nightly during the summer. Love Fiesta, Texas. So that's your home park. That's cool. Yep, single ride. I'm all about single ride lines, especially if I go by myself to a park, and I've done that. All right, you know what? I'm a little disappointed in you guys. Yep. When comes to pass holders. I think like the membership thing needs better lounges and entry line too long. A lot of times the entry, when you walk in to scan your membership is way longer than the regular line. I think if you're trying to give the benefit to get in quick to the park, you need to have more lines for the members and less lines for the peons, as I like to call it. So I put membership needs better lounges and entry lines are too long. Yeah, I would say, dude, diamond. You know what? Forget the rest of the peons. You gold plus and platinum people, go away. Diamond, elite lines. Diamond Elite should have its own lounge. I don't want to be near those peons. Yeah, I don't want to be near those gold and platinum peon people. They're not my kind of people. They are not. They're not my friends. No, I'm kidding. I know that was like a bad thing. More VIP areas. For gold and plat members. You know what else they should be doing? You know one thing that they promised us and they don't give? The only park I've been seeing doing this was Great Adventure. Now, I remember everybody was getting pulled in with the idea of the membership when they announced it. Remember they were saying free gifts? How many of you people remember that? I have not received a free gift from my membership at all, ever. Nothing. Never got a free gift. They're talking about free gifts. I'm not talking about the photos included and the s'mores kits and the 2 skip the lines. They say a gift. I've gotten nothing. How many, did anybody remember that? Or am I doing drugs or something? Because I can distinctly remember that. Beautify parks. I'm with you on that, Jason. Beautify the parks. But anyway, so what Great Adventure's been doing, like this pin thing. You know, for whatever kind of events, they're giving away these pins. Which I wish we were getting something like that here. And all parks should be doing this. Not just one, all. And I know they're just like rolling things out and they're working on things, but I haven't seen a gift of anything. Beautify parks. Take better care of the parks. Paint, rides. We'll put flowers, walkways, etc. Well, that's one page. Hey, what's up, Kevin? See, one page of... So you can see what I wrote. That way you know I'm not, like, bluffing. I'm not bluffing. All right, on to the next page. What did Jason say? Oh, pin trading. Pin trading program. We should all be getting paid for this or something. We should all get like pins. Like when they do the pin trading thing, they should give us something for this. Now, what's wrong with the restrooms where you're at? I know, like, we got one brand new awesome one over by Looney Tunes Town. That's like all done up nice. The other ones are kind of, they need some love. I get you. And I don't know what's wrong with your bathrooms at your park. You know. Look, you know, like the stuff with the membership stuff. All memberships. Yes. Actually, I've told Jen that. She was like, what's a hot wiener? And I sent her a picture of one. I was like, it's different. I'm like, you need to go. I said, come down to Rhode Island. I'll take you to the best hot wiener joints. I said, you'll love them. I'm like, you'll want them in the park. But in any case, with all the membership things, as you progress to whatever level you are, obviously you should get more perks. We shouldn't be doing this like in how we do in society, where everybody gets a trophy kind of thing. That's not what we want. You know, the top 2 tiers, the Diamond and Diamond Elite, should get everything, and everybody else should get something, but not a lot. Like, I honestly don't think that Gold and Platinum should have its own line. It shouldn't have they don't get skip the line passes or anything like that. Not that I know of. Those 2 tiers should have Obviously, platinum's going to be a little bit better than gold. And they should get something, but they shouldn't get the works. The Diamond and Diamond Elite should get a lot more. Let me see. Check my Twitter DMs. He sent a photo. Oh, yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I wrote that down. Yeah, I wrote that down already. Oh, God. I do love... Is there a way for me to save this? I do love that picture that you did send me, Lindsay, about... you know what I'm talking about. It was before that. Where the hell did I put it? Give me a second here. I was getting a kick out of it. Where is it? I just saved it. Oh, here it is. So Lindsay sends me this. I see this as an absolute win. I like it. I wish more people would do crazy things like this. I love it. I love the little bit of attention. Oh, speaking of which, of attention, for those that don't know, I got to post it on Twitter. Lindsay here, he sent me an article. He went to Sesame Place, and I posted on SFNEOnline.org. So if you want to read that, it's up. Pictures, his whole report. I changed nothing. Spell check wanted to change some of the grammar, and I changed what made sense and left it alone, but I didn't change anything else. I was because some of the stuff I was trying to do didn't make any sense. But I'm like, I'm reading a sentence out loud. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, but I posted it. It says written by him. It was an excellent article. I loved it. I think it's like a little trip report about it, talking about Sesame. I would definitely check it out. And the more that we get in, the more we're going to keep publishing. So if anybody wants to write an article, by all means, you can send that to me. I don't think I have it over here, but I'm going to put it... yeah, what did I do with my pen? Oh, there it is. I can't see. Raise ticket prices. Raise prices. Yeah, more food options across the board. I can hear fireworks going off. Yeah, they need more staff. And that could be a problem, getting more staff. And I'm going to tell you this. Let me tell you when it comes... I've talked to, like, Jerry Brick, and I've talked to other parts. Six Flags will never tell you this. They're corporate proc. They don't want anything getting out in case it tanks, like, their stocks. You gotta, if you want to find out some, some really good homegrown information, talk to a non-huge corporate park. They'll tell you anything. Tell you what rides are coming, why they're not coming, why rides are broke. They'll tell you anything. There's a big problem with people trying to get jobs. And it's not for lack of jobs. It's a lack of people. We're almost in this place of... full employment, as they call it. Now, there's people that are out of work or people that are underemployed. Ooh, I love the sound of fireworks. But besides that, you get what you pay for. If you raise the prices on the wage, they pay like a smidgy above minimum wage. Not much more, but a smidgy above. If they want to start attracting more clientele, they're gonna have to pay more. No kids operating rides. Kids should only, like, if they do like what they did with Dollywood, because I just wrote down the one I wrote, no kids operating rides. If they would do what Dollywood does, no kids operating the rides, the kids work the register or they clean. They clean the toilets, they clean the parks. That's what you got to do. See, it's weird. Chop 6, the first opening day had it, was phenomenal. The next time I had it, crap. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's weird. I'm hoping the reservation, I don't even know when that's starting. The Flash Pass system should just be like how it is like at Universal or Disney or whatever. Just go and just go. Well, see, the app-driven thing doesn't really work that well because Lake Compounds did that and nobody wanted to hear it. I mean, they were doing it weird. It was like $1 a ride or something like that. They weren't doing like Flash Pass like Six Flags, but Flash Pass app-driven. How cool if they could put it in the app, right? Pay through app. Reserve through app. No devices, no nothing. I don't ever remember reserving 3 rides at a time. I just remember just the 1 ride at a time. That was it. Well, see, in New England, coming up in a couple weeks, they're doing Food and Brew. I got to go to that, too. But I get what you're saying. More events. I'm just going to say like Food and Brew through the season. I've told the park this before myself. Well, New England. Now, anybody that lives local to another park that's not New England, if you could email me or message me, if you have the contact information of your communications managers, and I'll shoot off messages. I'll introduce myself, tell them what I do, tell them about the Grove Show, tell them about SFNEOnline, tell them what I'm about, tell them the stuff that we always discuss about how to help the parks, try to do everything in a positive light, blah, 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 blah. Black Diamond Elite. Well, I know with Diamond Elite, you get access to all the water parks and stuff. You know, I think all the memberships, you get access to everything. But I'll put... Okay. I wrote it down, though. Well, they do have... They know the capacity number. And that's why when you go through, they click. Mardi Gras. See, some of the parks have Mardi Gras. Not all, though. Yeah, I think it's all... I think it all comes down to when you look... Yeah, I saw that. I see your comment, Lindsay. Underemployed equals trained an engineer is a janitor. Yeah. But all these... I think it comes down to them getting inspired, having the muse to be able to think of events. I know at Six Flags New England, there's like 2 people that come up with all these events. and they just work on it and all that. So, like I said, it is what it is. I mean, this has been very productive. At first, I was kind of disappointed with you guys not coming. You know, we all complain about all the bad things to make the park better. We all do this. I'm self-included. That would I think the parks are going to go that way. Queueless ride system. Like, and I don't think it would cost us much more than what do you call it? Yeah, flash pass system to put in. You know, like, I don't know how many of you have been to Volcano Bay. I'm sure Jason in Paradise has been to Volcano Bay. I don't know about anybody else, if anybody else has been to Volcano Bay, but with the tapu, it's like wearing this Apple Watch. Going up, bing, and then when it's your turn, you bing, and then you go. You know? That's basically what it does. I mean, I'm kind of down with that, you know? You guys are bringing the thunder. Bringing the thunder. Which I love. I love that you guys are doing this. This is great. Great conversation tonight. So what are some other things that you'd like to see? Don't hold back. Some people might be holding back. I don't know. Because there's only like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of yous talking. What? You haven't been you have not been to Volcano Bay? Yeah, me, all the way up the East Coast in Little Red Island. I've been all the way down to Volcano Bay. Well, you know what I would like to see, Kevin? And I'm writing this down. Open at least 1 hour every day, like Cedar Fair, for ERT. Cedar Fair does that. I will say Volcano Bay, as much as I'm like a hater on Universal, I love that. I think that's like the best thing Universal's got for a solid park. I love Volcano Bay. I think it's magnificent. Now, don't be wrong. Universal has good rides throughout their parks, but their parks are not solid. You know what I mean? Like, I rode everything in Volcano Bay and loved it. I have not gone on every... I mean, I've gone on just about every ride in both parks and didn't love them all. Now, you're not going to please everybody. I get that. But I know Universal's moving towards making it to, you know, they're getting rid of a lot of crap. They're still putting in some crap. Yeah, free lockers. I know that's going to get... They're going to laugh at that. But it's worth putting it down. It should be gauged to whatever the wait time is what you get the free locker. Now, there should be lockers that if you want to get a big lock, go run a big locker. Yeah, you got to be careful that the upper tier members don't become saturated. I totally get that. That's why you need to price the upper tier at a what I call like astronomical to those that can afford, and you're gonna get. Hey, it's all good, man. But I think if you raise the membership, like for Diamond and Diamond Elite, higher than it is, it puts a lot of people out of that price range, but it doesn't saturate it. You know what I mean? And then you can have your Platinums and your Gold, where you can get some perks. You don't get a lot of cool perks, but you get some cool perks, not a lot. It satisfies them getting something for paying more than a regular pass. You just have to do it right. You just need to cap it. Be like, all right, I think there should not be more than 5,000 Diamond Elite member, whatever it is, and just cap it. So if they have that number now, don't sell any more of that until somebody drops out. Then when X amount drop out, yes, original. I'm going to put Looney Tune and DC Fatigue. I mean, I don't know about... Don't get me wrong, I love Superman and Batman and all the characters. I'm just fatigued on it. I'm kind of sick of it. I don't know about you guys. I'm just sick of Batman to Ride, Wonder Woman Lasso Truth, The Flash, The Joker, Catwoman, Supergirl spinning your face in the dirt, whatever. Cyborg this, Cyborg that. Gonna hit you in the face with a baseball bat. I get it. Cool characters. Not everything has to... It's getting old. For me, it's getting old and it needs a change, man. It really does. I'm kind of... me personally, I'm over it. I know I'm not in the cool kids club, you know. Yeah, it would be nice. I just don't ever see that happening just because, well, nobody... In today's world, it's all about making the shareholders money and how much money are you going to make out of marketing something. You are not going to get... Picture the commercial coming in 2020. Skyway. Relax and take a load off as you go about 100 feet of balls in the balls from end to the middle, from one end to the middle of the park. Chicka chicka. New for 2020. Get what I'm saying? Yes, CP, Wonderland. Okay, that's what you need to do. You need to focus on your roots. Get back to the roots. I'm adding that in there. Get back, focus, go back to your roots. You know, that would be good. I mean, that would be real. I mean, you guys have really, like, kicked it up. You guys have been murdering this list. I think we got a really good list. Is there anything else that we should be adding to this list before we go? Is there anything else? Speak now if I ever hold your peace. Because what I'm going to do is tomorrow, before I go and do anything, because tomorrow there's this thing, and I believe we're going. In the town of Chepachet, which is the next town over from us, they do this crazy parade. And I got to see what they're doing this year. It's called the Ancients and Horribles Parade. You can totally use your First Amendment right and just say and make... You can put a float in if you want, and you literally can put anything you want. Because, like, I remember when Obama was president, they put all kinds of crazy political things. There's all different kinds of crazy stuff. I think Six Flags Mexico has been getting a lot of love. So I might go to that parade. Focus on international parks. Give them love. That's mostly because Paramount destroyed their parks. All right, so we got that. We got that. We got that. All right. So we got that and that. I mean, Jason, I'll throw on the Skyway. Jason McCabe. I'll put add a Skyway back. So we don't really have anything cool. You know, we don't really have any transportation. They're just going to come back and say you can't market the Skyway. They're going to spend whatever money that is, maybe a couple mil. I don't know. I don't know what the cost on a Skyway system is. And then they're going to go, we can't really market that because nobody's going to come to the park for a Skyway. You know, the marketing campaign they're going to put, like I was saying, new for 2020, Skyway. And it'll probably be so cheap they don't put any air conditioning in like Disney did. You know, if it's enclosed. Or if they put the balls in it like, you know, like they used to, or some kind of cage. It is what it is. You know, they need like a Ferris wheel, but then, you know, the parks told me the Ferris wheel is not marketable. I think that's BS. If you got a big one, it'll work. Because if those that, remember, Six Flags New England, they used to have a, 150-foot wheel? I mean, ours was big back in the day. Or I'm just going to add to that one, or monorail. I remember riding a monorail back in the day when it was Riverside. It was awesome. We need dock rides. We don't have a dock ride. Well, we technically, in a sense, have two. We have Houdini and we have Cyborg, but they're not traditional dock rides. You know, shoot them up or ride around telling a story kind of thing, you know. Yeah, Colossus was awesome, man. You know? Is what it is. All right. Well, I guess that'll be it. I'll keep looking for more stuff as I'm finishing out my closing comment. Hang on. If they're going to do hotels, have better perks for your pass holders like ERT, front line food options, and parking. I like that. For pass holders, ERT, food, front of line. Yeah, exactly, Marcus. Like an original ride like Fiesta did with old Scooby-Doo. I don't... See, for me, you don't need to have... I mean, you do because of the stupid GP. They don't want to, like, get excited about anything because it's not Superman or Batman or Bugs Bunny. I'm okay with... Marcus, what's the name of that dock ride? The pirate one? Well, whatever. Pirate Ship the Ride. I'm okay with Pirate Ship the dock ride. It's shooting pirates or whatever it is. I'm okay with that. I know a lot of people... Pirates of the Deep Sea. I'm okay with that. I don't have to have some big name IP thing. I know for marketing purposes, it's like, we're going to have Justice League shooting in the face. Justice League rides were awesome. I ain't going to lie about that. But still, we're going to have Justice League, superhero, shoot them up, you know, and, yeah. I'm okay with the generic theme. If the theme, like they theme it really good and not use like total cardboard cutouts, they make a good story to the ride. Is why are you shooting at what it is? What is this ride? What is the story of what you are doing? That is what would be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Again, it is what it is, but I'm tired of the IP crap. I really am. You know what's funny? Is when I email this off to the park, they're going to love these ideas. They're going to be like, what? Like, yeah, we had a discussion. We're always having discussions on how to fix your park. Yeah, I know that was Six Flags original because I know that Mr. Jeff there was, like, extremely proud of his ride and what they did. And they can do it if they put their mind to it. They're taking the, you know, it's like when they say, you know, a turd is always going to be a turd. And if you polish the turd, it's just a polished turd. So, like I've said before in the past, if you can't come with original idea, an original name, an original storyline for your ride, one, you're not creative enough, and two, you do not believe in your ride. That you have to go and be like, well, it's safe to use Cyborg or Superman or Batman or the Joker or Harley Quinn and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So, Oh, I've talked to Jeffrey Siebert before. I talked to him after one of the Hershey Park off-season events there. What is that? Whatever the hell they call that event. I haven't been in so many years. But one of the times when we left, when it was over at night, a bunch of us went out to dinner, and they were there with the Knobles and other park, representatives, and we were all hanging out, eating, shooting the shit, and hanging out, and it was awesome. Jeffrey's a nice guy. Crack Axle Canyon could easily be rethemed to a wharf. Pirates of the Deep Sea has a cool queue, but theme park worldwide remove guns, and that it could kick it up a notch in terms of sets. You could do a lot of stuff. But again, I already put the original themes. So, what do you mean? Jeff's at Great Adventure visiting? Because I know he hasn't moved parks. Yeah, I think I would like to talk to him. I just want to reintroduce myself to him. It's been like 4 or 5 years since I talked to him. For real. And, the conversation I had with him, we were outside talking. Very nice guy. He wasn't, like, rushing to get away from me. He wasn't being a douche. We just kept talking and chatting and all that. The Texas Thrill Seekers is TTS. But, all right. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to go see a parade. A crazy one. Hopefully, if I in fact, I'm going to record it. And I'll put it up. I will put it on this page. Just because it's weird and unique and it's different. And, I'm getting back to my ballsy, I don't care, I'm just going to post what I want kind of stuff. And if you like the video, you watch the video. If you don't want to watch the video, don't watch the video. That's the way it's going to be from now on. Friday, excuse me, I'm going to be at Quasi. So we can handle that business there. Yeah, Great Adventure has, what's his name? John Winkler. That came from New England. More guest surveys. So. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the concerts, man. We've talked about that a million times. I'm writing all this stuff. Concerts. Helps if I could spell. But, all right. I'm going to get out of here. I really appreciate everything. Any chance I'll be there later on Friday? Where? At New England? Most likely, probably not. Oh, I didn't. Whoa, wait. One thing before I go. I forgot to address what I had to address. Now this is probably going to be shocking to. I know Charles and Marcus knows exactly what I'm going to be talking about. Lindsay does too. Everybody else doesn't really know anything. Now, if you remember, there was a so-and-so that used to be part of SFNEOnline that is not. That was always, and he's actually. I can't really say too much. I don't want to give too much away. You kind of figure it out. Somebody hasn't been around here for a while. For like 3 months. So. I told the people that needed to know. And when I talk about a lot of personal issues and a lot of stuff that's going on, this is going to be a really personal moment right now that I'm really putting out vulnerable information. Like I said, there's proof of this too. This so-and-so had his hand on my kid's butt in a hot tub. Somebody was playing detective, didn't feel something was right, and was looking out the window, saw what was going on, took a picture, gave it to me. I didn't, I confronted so-and-so on the internet, and so-and-so was like, what do you call it? Oh, it's just gonna blow over. It's okay. People forget it because nobody wanted him around their kids after that. There's a lot of stuff. When I talked to my kid about this, he broke down crying and said that he forced him to sleep in a bed with him. And so the shortest story of all this is some people have been asking about where so-and-so is. So I said, oh, we don't associate him with no more. Hey, have a good night. Yeah, I'll be on the Planet Coaster thing. Yeah, so he's been going. I said we don't associate, so some people were going back to him going, hey, what's going on? Why aren't you with SFNEOnline? Why aren't you and Josh hanging out? Da-da-da-da-da. So I have proof. I'm not posting the hand on the butt picture. Some people have seen it. I'm not going to post it for all to see because I don't want to get banned. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to get in trouble for doxing. That's why I'm not saying a name. That's why I'm not putting a picture. I'm not trying to get banned. I'm not trying to whatever. Things are in a process right now, and that's okay. But he's been telling all these people and everybody else that I've been lying and making up the story about this and that it's a lie. So, you know how people are. They got bagged, they got caught, they don't want... I got proof. There's proof. I mean, there's no naked, but there's proof. Yes, bring back the Speedway. No, there's no room for the Speedway. You got to get rid of Superman to put the Speedway in. You got to get rid of DC to put the Speedway. There's no room. So, yeah. So, at the end of the day, I just wanted to let you know that the so-and-so, that if you put... Don't even type... If you know the name, don't even type it in the chat. Don't even do that. Put 2 and 2 together, and you'll figure it out. We don't associate with pedophiles. We will not. It's over. It's done with. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. It's over. It's done. End of story. So we're going to leave that story as it is like that. Those that need to know need to know. This way people will stop asking, where is so-and-so? Well, so-and-so is never going to be around. And so-and-so, I'm putting this out there. I'm not afraid to say this and make this threat because I hope the threat gets back to him. That if so-and-so ever messages me, my kids, my family, walks up to us in a park, I'm going to jail. Just letting you know that. If I don't make any more posts and I'm gone for a while, so-and-so caught the tail end of my fist. Or something else. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? But there's a process of some other stuff going on. Talking to a lawyer, trying to get that ball rolling. I mean, thanks, Charles. It's not... I'm not saying which one of my kids it is because I don't want... a lot of you guys see me in a park. I don't want to embarrass my son. You know what I mean? He took it really hard, and I don't want to put him through any more than he already has. I don't want to, I'm just putting that out there because, one, I need to defend myself. Two, if somebody really needs to see the proof, I will show you the proof. You shouldn't have to ask for the proof. Some have seen the proof. There is proof. I have the proof. I'm just letting you know that if you know who I'm talking about, keep your kids away from so-and-so because your kid could be next. But anyway, I'm going to go take a 20-minute break. Just do it in a way that bail would be affordable for you. If not, you can do a GoFundMe to bail, set up a GoFundMe to bail me out. And, but yeah. So, with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a great 4th of July. I didn't want to end the show on a down note. I just had to get it out. I had to get it off my chest. It had to get done. That way we can just keep moving on from this point forward to better and happier times. If anybody happens to catch me at Quasi, let me know. If you're in Chepachet tomorrow in Rhode Island and you're going to go see the Ancients and Horribles Parade and you see me, say what up. If not, I will videotape it. We'll put it up. You guys can see how weird this thing is. And we'll see from there. And I will be back in about 20 minutes or so to go live with Planet Coasters. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Peace out, y'all. Keep on coasting.